Hey everybody, welcome back. I wanted to take a second to show you how I water my pothos in a kokedama ball. If you haven't heard or you don't know what a kokedama ball is, it's a Japanese style way of growing plants. It's soil wrapped in sphagnum moss held together by twine, and then it's suspended usually from like a really thin piece of twine. So you get this really nice plant that almost looks like it's floating in midair. The soil that you use is it's a different mix. It's different than potting soil. So it's a quick draining, and it doesn't really hold a lot of moisture. So you have to water these every week. But what I wanted to show you is how I do water them. So unlike other plants where you pour the water over top and you don't usually let them sit in standing water with the kokedama ball because it needs to absorb, you have to soak it. So what I like to use is just one of these like mixing pots that you'll have in your kitchen, and then I always add fertilizer. Since it drains away so fast, you don't have to worry about the fertilizer building up in the soil. And I like to use this liquid X-Grow. It's really good to use, especially for this situation. It could be a little bit intense if you're using it in regular plants because it could build up over time. But with this, you don't have to worry about it. I like to use a tablespoon in the water. And then all you do is just soak it. So you just push it in, make sure that there's enough that it's covering everything. And I'll do that at the end. I'll turn the water on and kind of use my hand to filter it so it goes on top, just so that the whole thing gets submerged. Because you'll notice it's a little bit buoyant, so it won't always sink to the bottom. And then what you do is you just let it, I let it sit in there for about 10 minutes. Different people say different things. I know I hear like 2 minutes or 4 minutes, 5 minutes. I do 10 minutes. And then afterwards you just pick it up and you let everything drip out after you've done your 10 minutes. And then just take a paper towel and dab the bottom. And you'll notice that it'll stop dripping pretty fast. So once you've dabbed it with water, with a paper towel at the bottom, it actually won't drip anymore. I think because it's so absorbent. Yeah, so that's the best way to do it, is get one of these mixing bowls, fill it with water, put 1 tablespoon of this fertilizer. It's really good. It's a pretty general fertilizer. Let it soak for 10 minutes. Lift it up, let it drain out, and then tap the bottom with a paper towel, and it'll grow really well. You'll get a really nice result for growing. And that's how to water a pothos in a kokedama ball.